News, where we bring you the latest and greatest from the final frontier. I'm your host, Carlos Munoz Kampff, and today we have a pretty sweet and simple episode because on Monday they announced the crew for Artemis II mission to the moon. So there's actual people going on a spaceship and they're going all the way to the moon, although they are not landing on the moon, they're just going around the moon. But before I tell you about the crew, let me just show you this crazy video that I saw about the Orion trajectory. And my understanding is that they're going to have a similar trajectory for this Artemis II mission. They were experimenting with it in Artemis 1. Now check this out. So if I play this from here, it's literally a moonshot. So the spaceship gets slingshotted this way, and it's going to go on a big loop. So here's the opposite. So anyways, it just has this really crazy approach. Imagine, like, it would probably just look like you're flying straight into the moon if you're an astronaut, and then all of a sudden you notice that you think you're gonna crash into it, and then you get slingshotted around. I mean, it's just amazing. So let's talk about this announcement. Oh, first of all, let me show you this website here. Pretty cool Artemis II mission here for astronauts, 10 days. Pretty cool. And here's our crew. So Reid Wiseman, he's going to be the commander there. Victor Glover, Christina Hammock, and Jeremy Hansen. He is from Canada. If you go to this week's script, you're actually going to have a link to each of their Twitter accounts. So that's the first thing I did, is just I went on their Twitter accounts and I followed each one of them. And yeah, I recommend you do the same, and then we can keep track of, what adventures they're gonna have there, and the cool pictures. Check this out. This is so exciting. Although I was joking with a coworker that their outfits I'll leave a little bit to be desired here. Like I was like, were they going for 80s mechanic? Like, what's going on with these outfits? But anyways, not the coolest outfits, but the mission makes up for it in mission coolness for sure. Anyways, some cool pictures there. Yeah, let me tell you a little bit about each one of them. So this was the announcement there, in case you missed it. It was pretty fun announcement on Monday. Looking here at ABC News. Actually, I figured out that I can be in the picture here, so I can chat with you. Yeah, so here we go. So Glover is 46 years old, will be the first person of color to voyage to the moon. Glover was selected by NASA as an astronaut in 2013 and most recently served as a pilot and second in command on the Crew 1 SpaceX Crew Dragon in 2020. Yeah, I remember that. He has spent roughly 167 days in space. That's a lot. According to NASA, Glover was the first African-American astronaut to join a long-duration expedition crew aboard the International Space Station. We need to celebrate this moment in history because Artemis II is more than a mission to the moon and back. It's more than a mission that has to happen before we send people to the surface of the moon. It is the next step on the journey that gets humanity to Mars, and this crew will never forget that. Absolutely. All right, well, you can read up a little bit more on him. There's also Wiseman, 47, is a decorated naval aviator who was selected to be an astronaut in 2009. In 2014, he served as a flight engineer aboard the International Space Station, and over 165 days mission completed more than 300 experiments with his crewmates. Wiseman recently served as the chief of the astronaut office, but stepped down in November because the chief is unable to fly in space. And then Hansen, also 47, was a fighter pilot before he joined the CSA. This is the Canadian guy. And he currently helps NASA with astronaut training and mission operations. Not only will this be Hansen's first mission in space, but he will also be the first Canadian to ever travel to the moon. Very cool. Let me see, I didn't miss anybody, did I? Koch. Koch 43 made history with his fellow astronaut Jessica Murr in 2019 when they performed their first all-female spacewalk together. Very cool. Koch was also selected as an astronaut in 2013 and has completed 6 spacewalks. She currently holds the record for the longest single spaceflight by a woman at 328 days. Holy smokes. Anyways, so here's the crew. No, that's not the crew. Sorry, that's just Christina Koch, Victor Glover, Jeremy Hansen, and let me show you Reid Wiseman. You can't really see him that well here. Oh, there he is. All right, very cool. Just simple announcement for you today. To me, this means a lot. Like, I was so excited on Monday because to me this means like it's for real now. We're really going to the moon, and it's just so this is gonna happen so soon, and then soon after that there'll be Artemis 3, and they'll actually land on the moon, and they're on a roll, and soon enough we'll get to Mars, which will be another planet in the solar system. It's just amazing. I'm super excited. So yeah, please let me link. I'll add this video too. Sorry if I didn't explain it super well with that. I just didn't want to bog the conversation down here with that the whole trajectory. Oh, maybe this part. Let me see. Look at that. It's just like a really crazy. I'll make sure to add this link in there as well, so you guys can watch this video, because it's just a crazy journey. I'll try to learn a little bit more about Artemis II and what that trajectory is gonna look like. Is it gonna be similar to Artemis 1? There's really a lot to a lot to discuss, a lot to figure out here, but I'm just really stoked about this whole adventure, and to keep you updated with how it goes week by week. This was an early show. There might be some news that I missed for the rest of the week, but I'll just have to catch you in next week, week 15. I'm excited to see what happens then. All right. Have a great weekend, you guys. Cheers.